Alright, welcome back YouTube. So we're playing Dragapult EX. This is one of the top decks in the format right now and definitely one of my favorite decks to play. Very smooth type of play style. You know, you deal big damage with your Phantom Dive, you drop the damage counters everywhere and you just take out multiple prizes. It's a fantastic deck to play. Of course, right now it's one of the best ones to play in the format, you know, next to Dragapult, Gardevoir EX, and then, you know, Archaludon as well. Of course, this list is very fun to play. Dragapult's fantastic. The deck list hasn't changed much since rotation. There's been a couple key cards that have been removed, like Rotom V, Lumineon V, Alakazam if you decided to play that style of Dragapult. The only thing that changed is kind of the support line that we run, which is Jacq. We play Jacq now over the Lance. It's a worse version of Lance, more or less, but the nice thing is it's 2 evolution Pokemon, so you can find stuff for your Duskull, so you could have a little bit more clear path to evolve that, as well as your Dreepy. So this is a replace for that. In this list too, you can see we also play the Unfair Stamp. Now, it doesn't really matter which A-Specs you play. You can play Prime Catcher, you can play Sparkling Crystal, Neo Upper Energy. It's whatever you decide for your play style. Just for this video, I decided to go with Unfair Stamp. Still a fantastic A-Spec, probably one of the better ones in the game. We do also play the XP share to move around the energy when a Pokemon of ours is knocked out. Because we're not playing Sparkling Crystal or Neo Upper Energy, we only play 6 energy. So it is a little bit harder to find the energies when we need it, but same game plan as always. We go into as many Drakloaks as we can to have that cycle through our deck, so we don't really have to have that worry. Something else to note too, we do play 2 rare candies. I know some lists play 3 or 4, and I know when I played this list prior to past rotation, I played with 4 rare candy, and that was very comfortable for me. So that's just something else to kind of be aware of, depending on your play style. Same thing with the counter catcher. We play 3. We don't play any boss's order. So if you're a person that likes boss's order, or you know you like some variation of both, just be mindful when you do play this deck. But let's go ahead and get some games. If you do like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Let's get into the games. Okay, do we go first with Dragapult? No. I always feel very comfortable going second with the deck, although it could go either way. Pretty solid, I think. Dragapult was the deck that I used to get to Arceus League last season, and it was phenomenal then, and I still feel like it's pretty good now, even with the lands rotating out and now us using Jacq as a way to get to our evolution Pokemon. Definitely okay. It's not too bad. Instead of it being 3 and specifically dragon types, it's just whatever. So you could actually look for Duskull and any other package if you want to play Charizard as well. That would be an option to play with this deck as well, because Jacq is now a I guess you could say playable card, even though prior it was too, but it just wasn't seen as often until now. Okay, so this is gonna be a really tough matchup actually. Feraligatr and Mimikyu. So we're definitely gonna have to make sure that we don't actually run boss's order, but we do run counter catcher. So maybe that's something to look at in the future about switching around if we're gonna be playing against a lot of these style of decks. Okay, that was a weird little lag there. Drew before I played that, but okay. The nice thing is we do have the Iron Bundle, so we could Hyper Blower that and like actually secure some attacks that way. As long as they don't have an evolution into the Crocodile, they could actually take out the Budew, but we could item block them for a turn. But I'm just going to take the opportunity to go for double Drakloak here. And let's see. We know he's going to knock this out next turn if he does evolve, so we can just Nest Ball for the Fez later. Until now, we can just Itchy Pollen and end our turn that way. They're item locked, so the only thing I could really see them doing is just evolving, attacking, maybe playing some more stuff on the bench. If they have like an Iono would really hurt right here. Shuffling in the Drakloaks, but they're playing the Arven, so we don't have to worry about that, which is fantastic. They're probably going to be looking for Pressure Trolley and Rescue Board. Okay. So this list, they run the Trolley over the Grand Tree. I know the deck that we played ran the Grand Tree, and it felt okay. Granted, that was the only Feraligatr list that I tested. It didn't feel, all that insane, in my opinion, but there could, it could be tested a little bit more. It's definitely not like a top tier deck. It's more like maybe a low B tier type deck, but we'll, continue playing through this, and hopefully we could deal with the Mimikyu, because Mimikyu is always like the biggest issue. We can't go right into Dragapult and just expect to attack over it. From my understanding, the damage counters do get put down even through that. But the fact that we're able to, you know, double evolve here is fantastic. There's no Ionos, so we don't have to worry about that. We're definitely going to be clicking this. We need to find a way to kill the Mimikyu relatively quick. We don't play Crispin, we only play one Earthen Vessel, so the fact we don't see any energies right now is kind of unfortunate. We do have the, what do you want to call it, the Dusknoir line to actually pop the Mimikyu, so that's probably what we're going to be looking at doing. I might just Nest Ball for a Duskull and just kind of hope that we're able to set this up. We will have, you know, a hit with the Itchy Paw in here. We also have the Iron Bundle to switch out the bundle, so, or the Mimikyu, so we're going to have to kind of utilize that to our advantage here. But we're going to attack with the Itchy Paw again, item lock them. Hopefully, you know, there's not much else they could do. They might have evolved into a Feraligatr. If they do, we have a clean evolution of the Dragapult, but we don't have any energy to, you know, follow up with that. So that is kind of the downside a bit. Okay, so they take a prize here. We might have to... I'll put the Drakloak here. We can maybe get lucky and knock this out. We do play Unfair Stamped for the energy in the deck. So that is something to kind of be aware of, I guess. We could probably swap in with Counter Catcher the Feraligatr just to stall a little bit. I'm going to double Recon Directive first and see what we could pull. We do see another Dusclops. We already have one in hand. We don't have one in hand, so we're going to pick that up. I already have the Dragapult. I don't want to evolve in my Dragapult just yet because I want to handle the Mimikyu first. Granted, they probably play at least 2 more copies, and I think the Rescue Board here would be a little bit more important just for the fact of rotating stuff in and out. I'm going to wait to evolve. We will evolve here. Wait, how much does this do? This is 50? 50, okay. Do I actually want to risk the Iono and hope that we get a Duskull or Dusknoir and a Rare Candy to evolve and just pop that right out the gate? It's something at 4. I don't really think I want to do that, so I think I might just go for this slow play in doing this. The issue too, this deals 70 damage for 2 energy, which is crazy. We might have to swap in the Iron Bundle. You know what? We could maybe get it through a easy or a quick little attack with the Dragapult. We could potentially, you know, do some work that way. I might just put this here. This is 50. Yeah, this is rough. I do want to Counter Catcher though. I want to see what they put in. Oh wait, we get to pick. This has a Rescue Board, so we're gonna go for the Feraligatr here. Could evolve right now if we wanted to in Iono. I think we want to equip the Rescue Board here as well, just in case. And we'll put the XP share here. He did knock out the Budew, so we could go for... Oh, we have our Fez. It's prize. That's a bit unfortunate. Okay. Let's go ahead and get another Dreepy then. Go for the evolve here. Go for an Iono. Okay, we actually see some energy. That's cool. That's really cool. Okay. We can also Ultra Ball for our Dusknoir next turn, so we could pop something if we absolutely need to. He won't be able to take this out. The most he could do is 280 unless he has a Monkey Dory that could set up next turn, which I don't think would be the case. So I think it's safe just to go for the 70 damage here. Next turn we have a Fire Energy we could attach. We also have the Rescue Board, so we could switch in and out if we need to. Still have the Iron Bundle on the board, so we could still, you know, Hyper Blower away the Mimikyu if we need to. And he's gonna be able to pivot out as well, so that's fine. He's gonna be able to use the reversal thrust if he wants to trigger. But okay, and Iono as well. That's fine. We still see a Fire Energy, so that's fantastic. And we have another Drakloak, so we're going to be able to still cycle through with our Recon Directive ability. So the most we're going to take here is what, 150? Right? From the, that's what, 150 more? No, 120. So yeah, 150. So it's only going to do 150 here. It takes that, that's fine. So the nice thing is we'll be able to Hyper Blower and then hit with our Phantom Dive, and we can actually, you know, put the damage counters where we need to. We can actually probably take out the Mimikyu if we need to, depending on what he does. We are going to Hyper Blow here. It's pretty clear that we're going to be making that play happen. Only at 170. So we could actually probably go for multiple prizes here with the Duskull, taking that out, dropping 10. Actually, no, because then it would be 50 there. Okay, well, let's go ahead and hit these first before we do anything else. Artazon doesn't really do much for us here. I'll just take the energy. Do this again. Iono's fine. I don't know why they still made that play when they knew they had the Iron Bundle here. I feel like it should have made sense to go for a higher attacking move. Like they could have went for the Big Bite to make sure I can't retreat, because then that kind of bypasses the Rescue Board, I believe. Arven here, I actually don't think there's anything that we need from Arven. We'll go ahead and equip. And we'll Hyper Blow. We'll see what they throw out. They might put out the Relicanth. If not, it's fine. We're still going to be hitting with Phantom Dive. We're still going to be taking at least 2 prizes no matter what. Okay, so they do the Relicanth. That's fine. Okay, so trying to think. Iono, we could probably find the... Oh, actually, we just go for an Ultra Ball here. I don't really care to... Actually, I'm gonna discard this, so that's fine. We don't need the Budew in this situation anymore, at least. We'll get the Dusknoir here. So this is 260, and we put the 150 on the Mimikyu here. We'll take a prize. We'll go down to 4. We'll take 2. I think that's fine. Let's see, I'm not mistaken. This doesn't... All attacks. Okay. I'm just going to drop the 150 there just to be safe, because that's 120 in, so we have 60 that is still able to be fine. And maybe if we're lucky, we could find the Fez and get an additional, you know, draw 3 from that. Okay, we actually see the Unfair Stamp. That's actually not horrible. We have this for next turn, and let's see Iono, which actually I want to make sure that we don't get Iono'd, so I'm going to put this there. We're going to deal that 200, drop the 60 there onto the Feraligatr. And so that's 3 prizes that we get to take. So we're back in the game, more or less. We still evolve and deal, you know, at least a decent amount of damage. Because their main attack does 280. They see that they have the Monkey Dory, so I guess we'll see if they have it. If they do, it's not the end of the world, because then we could just, you know, draw all of our energy back onto the Dragapult EX, drop it back in, and just go for another knockout. He's going for another Mimikyu, so that's fine. If he does knock it out, we do have Unfair Stamp. Okay, he does go back into the Monkey, or the Mimikyu, I mean. Do we still have... We still have 2 more counter catchers, I believe. Looks like he does. Okay, he's rocking with the Monkey Dory there. Yeah, this list doesn't play Boss's Order. I kind of wish it did. To an extent. Iono doesn't really do much for me here. I mean, we could cycle the hand a little bit. I don't really want an Artazon at all. I'll just pull it. What does Arven get me? It gets me a counter catcher, and we have all 3, so that's what's really important here. But they have more prizes than we do, so that's unfortunate. I think we're still able to put the damage counters down, so that's actually the huge thing here. We're just going to be stacking the damage on here. Now, granted, if he had the Feraligatr in his hand, he would have evolved it last turn, I think, because he could have taken the knockout on the Dragapult. So him not, you know, us not Ionoing is going to make it sure that he doesn't end up with a Feraligatr. He could have Night Stretcher, he could have this stuff, so we could add back this Feraligatr. If not, if he doesn't, then it makes our life a little bit easier. Okay, so he has research, so he's probably going to find it. Oh, he plays a normal Feebas. That's interesting. And he plays Crispin. This list is slightly different from the one that I've played. I don't know, is the Melodic EX also prevents what EXs and stuff like that to hit as well, so or at least I'm pretty sure that's what that version of Melodic does. Yeah, I guess we'll see. If he has it, he's going to evolve. Probably could switch out if he has a Beach Course or Beach Court. It looks like he's moving damage around. He's going to be moving this around. That's fine. The other thing that we could be doing is actually setting up the Drakloak to take out the Mimikyu. So I think that's what our next goal is going to be be setting that up. We still have, I believe, one more energy. Another Precious Trolley. Or wait, didn't he already play that earlier? First one we already saw that. It might have been in his mulligan then. I guess so. Okay, let's see if we could find a energy. Okay, that's fine. I think here I will Iono. We have the counter catcher. We don't really. We're just gonna do this cycle his hand again a little bit. Okay, we are gonna take the opportunity here to retreat out. I think he dropped a 60 on, but he can't attach 2 energy here unless he wants to attach here and hit for 60. I might actually just go out to the Dreepy here for right now. Actually, no. Yeah, this might be a misplay, if I'm being honest here, but this is probably what's going to have to happen here. Yeah, we still have a fire energy, so a little cycle in there. We already played both of our... We still have one more Duskull, but it looks like it's prized if we weren't able to find it from the Poffin. Okay, Arven. I guess if he plays his own counter catchers here, he'd have an opportunity to go for a knockout on the Dragapult. If that's actually the case, I'm going to switch my energies around so we put one on the Drakloak. So we have at least a basic attacker that could hit the Mimikyu. And is he adding in... Oh, he did add the Feraligatr. Okay, so yeah, he does have to play. So it's a good thing that we did swap out, I guess. He is going to take the knockout on the Drakloak, I'd imagine. Oh, he doesn't. So he's just going to be cycling damage with the Monkey Dory. Okay, that's fine. This is a really rough matchup. I could be misplaying a lot, so that could be a factor of the reason why this is going the way it is, or he's probably just playing a little bit better than I am. We'll see. Arven doesn't do much here. I'm going to play it, though. I just want to see what we have. We have the Unfair Stamp. I guess we could Night Stretcher here. Actually, you know what? We could go for the Hyper Blower and see what this does. We could retreat out. We'll see what he throws out. He might throw out a Totodile or something like this, but at least allows us to have some damage on the Mimikyu come in, so... And technically we're ahead on prizes, so this will push us up a little bit, so I guess that's kind of what we're looking for. Okay, we'll Recon Directive here. Okay, do the Dusknoir, or Dusknoir. Fine. Now we're going to retreat out here. Phantom Dive. He's going to knock this out too next turn, which is unfortunate. So, trying to think here, what's the best thing to do? This is going to get knocked out either way, so he's going to take 2 prizes, or 3 prizes next turn. It'll be at 1. Take this out, we could drop 60 right there, but it's just going to get taken off with the Monkey Dory, right? It It might have been better not to actually go for the Phantom Dive and just go for the Jet Headbutt so he doesn't have it, but he's going to still, you know, go for the Feraligatr here. I guess we're just going to dump it onto the Feraligatr, which this might be the wrong play, but just because he has the ability that gives him 5 damage counters, not able to completely remove them. Okay, there's another Duskull, so that's actually kind of solid. But the fact that they're going to put us down to what? Or they're going to go down to 3 prizes, or 1 prize, I mean. That means Counter Catcher is going to be active, so we can maybe set up a knockout with the Drakloak if we're fortunate. Of course, that all kind of matters. He still has to have an energy to, you know, swap out the Mimikyu, Beach Court, or something like that. That's another reason why I'm saving Artazon, is for the fact that we can get rid of the Beach Court so he can't swap in and out if he does play it. If he doesn't, then, I mean, it's fine. He did attach the energy on the Feraligatr, so he can't swap it out. So he's just taking a turn to stall. But if we do see a Rare Candy next turn, we can't actually evolve the Duskull, so that's kind of unfortunate. We can't take this out real quick and just go for a quick little, you know, hit. But, okay. Okay, moving the damage around, that's fine. This is okay too, I think. We'll just attach here. Now, if we wanted to, we could actually retreat out. Let him take out a single knockout on the Drakloak, I think. Actually, let's just go into this other Dragapult here. You won't be able to take this out. 280. Actually, I think he is able to take this out, but maybe this wasn't the right play to do because of the XP share. That might have been a misplay. I'm just trying to think of a way to preserve so we could at least try and figure out a way to, you know, take out the Mimikyu and the Feraligatr. But triple Monkey Dory is just really rough to handle. But we'll see here. He still has to have an energy to equip the Mimikyu and retreat it out, like I said. And it looks like he already has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'd imagine that's all the energy. So he's just sitting on this, I think. Yeah, it looks like he's trying to knock that out. So here's my thing. We get the Rare Candy, so that's actually huge. We still have 2 prizes. I don't think he could actually win this now. We have the Psychic Energy in there. We need to find another Night Stretcher. Yeah, we have it. And look for the Psychic Energy here. We're going to attach this Dragapult and we should be okay. As long as he doesn't have a boss's order, right? We hit that. Then we just knock out whatever he has and we just win. Yeah, because that's 2 prizes. We knock that out and we knock out whatever he has. So that's a very close game. And there's the Fez. So, but we managed the game pretty well without having the Fez. So very fortunate in that case. Feraligatr is still, I think, a really cool, a very interesting deck to play against. I definitely know that I didn't play it very well when I played it. But I do look to see to play that a little bit more in the future. So really close game, really fun game as well. Okay, game 2. We're going second. And hopefully we'll have a very fun matchup against another deck here. Budew on the start again is fantastic. We don't see no Poffin though, and it looks like they're taking a mulligan. And this is a rock chest plate. Okay. So I know I've seen a little bit of like a stall deck with this deck before, the Garganackle, can't remember what the other card is, or the other, like, aside from Pidgeot, of course, in that whole line. But there, I thought there was a second, you know, kind of a core that they add. Oh, it's Swinub, that's what it is, yeah. That's what I was thinking of. Okay, well, we have the Budew. Hopefully they don't have a way of taking a, you know, an early knockout on this. I don't think they have the ability to. But it looks like we have, you know, a pretty solid hand. We have an Arven. We definitely go for Poffin plus the... Oh, wait, we don't play... We play the De-Evolution. We don't play the Evolution one. We play the purple disc one, not the green one. So we can't go for a Poffin plus Evolution play. Kind of unfortunate. But we are going to go for the Poffin, maybe grab the Unfair Stamp, I think. Or is that considered an item? I can't remember. We'll see what we do though for next turn. I think we need the Poffin either way. The Rosh Best Plate. Okay. This is interesting. I mean, I'm curious if this will actually see more play, if Swinub's actually like decent or not. Okay, so it is considered the item. So we want the Poffin here. We'll just pick up the XP share. Double Dreepy. What does this do? Okay. For sure, we're going to attach an energy here. God, I should have checked to see if we had everything on our deck. Shuffles the deck. Does this mean it ends our turn? Can't remember how the town store works. But either way, we're gonna item lock them here. Oh, it takes resisted. Oh wait, no, it's because of the chest plate. We're gonna item lock them because then they can't rare candy, can't do anything. So kind of the goal there. Okay, so I'm definitely wrong if they're clicking on the very first turn, so they can't do that. I never played Town Store before or really played against it, so Evolution TM is scary. For Pokemon 2. Okay, cool. Boss's Order, okay. We have the Rescue Board, so we're not really worried about that play. And that's actually very fine. I am going to retreat out back into the Budew. We're going to item lock him again. Attach energy here. Are going to activate this effect because Town Store is not horrible. And we'll rip this into our hand for when they do decide to play the thing. And they're actually dropping the Luxurious K. I didn't realize it, but on the Pidgey. That is interesting. We do have the Fez. Fez is not bad. Do I grab the Duskull just because we have the Dusknoir in our hand? I think we do. This will be an evolution turn. I don't think I want Iono just yet. Yeah. Let's go for an item lock here. It's unfortunate we're not doing any damage with Itchy Pollen, but this is at least stalling out the turn so we could get into our Dragapult and start taking some pretty quick knockouts. Okay, hitting the Town Store again. They're not going to be able to play whatever they search here. They did go for the Boss's Order, so they ripped already one Boss's Order last turn. So I don't know how many boss orders that this that specific list plays. I'd imagine it's probably around 2. If not, maybe 3, but I doubt they run 4. There's very few lists that actually run 4, or any Pokemon list that runs 4 Boss's Order. But what was that? They picked up the Air Balloon is what I saw. Okay, stage 2 has no retreat. Interesting, interesting. Okay, so we're evolving here. I think now we're gonna Iono, so we can see if we get some evolutions. I don't really see a reasoning because wait, how does this work? It's attached to this. Yeah, we're gonna hold off on that, I think. So we're gonna Iono. Okay, we see the Artazon. Is it actually better to hit this? Let's just hit this and see. Oh wait, we get the XP share back. That's fine. This might help them in a way, but I'm still gonna do it just because I want to see other stuff. I think I just want another Dreepy because we have the XP share. We're gonna drop the other XP share onto this one. You have Jacq for next turn. Keep saying Jacq for next turn. And I'm just gonna itchy paw it again. Same thing. Keep stalling. Hope that for whatever reason. Okay, they get the Nelly, the Swinub. Another one. Okay, it looks like the Iono is actually a really good turn for us then, because they looked like they didn't have anything else to do. So that's cool. They have a full bench now, which is fine. Geodo's evolving, that's fine. He's only down to 3 cards now, so we're going to definitely itchy paw again next turn. We're going to go for Jacq. And we're going to pick up, I think, let's see, it's how many is it? Is it 3 or 2? 2. Drakloak and then Dragapult. Evolve it, hit it, and then we're probably going to go right in Dragapult and start doing some major damage here. I'm assuming they only play the one rock chest plate, which is probably the reason why they run on stores, so I could find it a little bit quicker. Unless, they might play more than one. Granted that they do, like I said, they play the stadium, but we saw the air balloon, so they might only be playing the 2 items. So I think it's safe to say once we knock out the Swinub, we'll be fine for damage. Oh, okay. They also haven't played any energy yet either, so I don't really have to worry about them knocking our stuff out either, which is cool. Okay, there's a second one. Okay, so they do play more than one rock chest plate. Little sneeze there. Okay, so we're gonna Jacq. And actually, let's just quickly do this. So we have 3, so we're good on everything. I always forget to do this check before we do it. Before we start searching for stuff, so this is fine. Evolve here, we're gonna hit the Recon Directive. Ultra Ball's fine. You know what we could do? We could take a really big hit on the... Because it's... How much is it? 30 less, so it's actually enough to actually take out this. Actually not opposed to that. Go for the Dusknoir. Knock that out. We could go into the Drakloak and just deal some damage with it. I think that's not completely bad. Easy little knockout on this. He can't evolve next turn if he has the Mamoswine. Or what is it? Is that Mamoswine? That's Paloswine. Okay, yeah, so Mamoswine. We do get a prize, which is great. So another Ultra Ball is fine. And depending on what they put out, they're probably putting out the Pidgeotto. I believe we are able to... They do put out the Pidgeot. Okay. Are we able to draw off the Fez? On that fact? Yeah, no, it doesn't work that way. That's fine. Okay. Still hit the Itchy Pollen. They're not going to be able to do anything. That's fine. They put in one of the other ones. I was going to bring on the Drakloak and go for another knockout that way. But I'm okay with the way that went. So if he has the Pidgeot in his hand, he'll start searching for stuff. It's not going to really matter because the Budew, the item lock is still active. So I guess we're just really hoping that he doesn't have energy to follow up with the attack. If he has a Crispin, that could be an option to attach the energy on the Pidgeotto and knock out the Budew. But, we come in with the Dragapult and we're going to be dealing some major damage with that as well. I'm not sure what he's going to be searching for. Just another Swinub. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's just research. Okay, so he's definitely digging for that, the Pidgeot. Okay, judging from him taking that long, I don't think he does. But... Oh, Grand Tree. They play Grand Tree? Okay. So he's going to be able to evolve. If he wants to evolve the Pidgeotto, he could. But I'd imagine he's probably going to go for the Swinub right here, right? But I feel like going for this would just make more sense because he also gets additional search. He gets set up for next turn. But he did play the Professor's Research, so if he does run Crispin, he can play Crispin and attach, you know, at least 2 energy on the Pidgeotto, or to the Pidgeot. Oh, he's doing that one. Okay. That's fine. That actually makes sense, doing on the back, on the bench. At least that way so we're not taking additional prize, so it won't be 3 prizes instead of, you know, 2 from this one. But, you know, we're still chilling for the most part. We're still able to keep on item locking him and just dealing damage. So we are really stalling out the turns, but I definitely want to start doing some stuff with Dragapult here. So next turn we are going to be taking 2 prizes no matter what. And then I'm probably going to be dropping the rest of the damage on the Pidgeotto. Or the Pidgeot, I mean. I keep on mixing up the names. Just so we have a easier knockout on the Pidgeot. I also have the Grand Tree for next turn as well. We could evolve into our Dreepy. So. Oh, okay, he takes it out. Interesting. Wait, what does this one do? Oh, okay, I see what you're doing. That's fine. We're not going to go for that evolution because I want to use both of these effects first. Okay, we see Rare Candy. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Rare Candy. We have 1 Duskull. We could go for another Duskull, I think, with the Poffin. And we get Ultra Ball for a Dusknoir if we need to. Okay. Don't think anything could take us out if we just safely just drop down this evolution here, so I'm okay with that. I am gonna Iono. I feel like he's gonna be able to search whatever he wants with the Pidgeot, but at least anything else additional in his hand he won't have. Unfair Stamps here as well. That's gonna be great. We also see another Drakloak, which I like. Gives us another search, so that's great. We're definitely gonna get the Ultra Ball, like I said, for next turn, and we're just gonna Itchy Pollen. Okay, let's see, what are they going to search for? I mean, they're taking a while to search, so I'm curious on what they're trying to find. I'd imagine Rare Candy or something that could evolve into the Swinub, but I could be wrong. They could be going for a Knackle play, so going to the Garganacl. Or they're going to hit the Grand Tree first and then probably do that play. Or maybe they don't even run Rare Candy in this list because they run the Grand Tree. But they're going for the backline one, which is, I guess, fine. The cool thing is that when they knock this out, we're going to be able to bring in our Dragapult and Unfair Stamp them, so we're going to be ahead in that sense as well. Okay, what does this one do? Once per turn, you may attach it to... Okay. It only heals. And... there's a Mammal Swine. Okay, so they have the Rare Candy then, right? They have to have the Rare Candy. And what does this Mammal Swine even do? Once per turn, you may search your deck for a Pokemon, reveal it, put in your hand, and shuffle your deck. Oh, okay. Act does 40 more damage for each Stage 2 Pokemon on your bench. Interesting, interesting. Okay. So we're just gonna hit the Grand Tree and hit the the Duskull. Oh, we can't even do that. So that's unfortunate. We should have Night Stretchered for the middle form. I definitely forgot about that. That was my bad. But cool thing is we could actually still take a knockout on the Knackle either way. Can't retreat out, but it's still, you know, not a horrible play. And at least we're going to be even for prizes, right? Is that still worth doing? I think I might wait. Go ahead and hit this. Okay, well there's that. That's fine. Yeah, what's Itchy Pollen? Okay. I guess we're really gonna see if they have a boss's order, because they might be able to take a clean knockout on the Dragapult here. But let me do some math real quick, because I actually don't know how much their big boy can do. Because it was 180 plus 140, right? Is what we saw. 40 damage for each stage 2 Pokemon on your bench. So it's 180 plus 40. Okay, so they have 1, 2, 3. That's 120. Yeah, they're not able to knock out Dragapult just yet. They're going to be 20 damage short. Okay, so they hit. You know, if I was playing this deck, I think I would have waited to hit and kill the Budew, because we could just pull on our Dragapult here, right? And we're ahead on energy, so if we have an Arven, which I mean we don't, which we could find an Arven here if we need to, and just pull for a counter catcher, but we don't. Rare Candy doesn't really make sense, so I guess we're just going to go for an Ultra Ball here. We get the Unfair Stamp too. Oh wait, since he evolved, wait, this doesn't count for stage 2. We're able to take more prize with that, right? That's 150 plus the damage on that. That's enough, right? 150, 60, 21. That's not enough. Oh, plus the 60. So yeah, that is enough. We're gonna Unfair Stamp. And we're gonna hit the Fez. And I just recognized we completely forgot to evolve the Dusknoir, so that was definitely a misplay. But he, yeah, that was a misplay. Do I just have the Iono now to try and pull that? Yeah, I definitely meant to evolve that. That was my bad. I'm gonna have to go for the Iono here, I think. He's gonna get 2 more cards, which I mean is fine. But if we get the Dusknoir, we do. Okay, so I guess we kind of make up for that little mishap there. Because I'm pretty sure this is fine doing it this way. Oh, it's 130. I don't know why I thought it was 150. That way we could have just went for counter catcher and just cleaned it out that way, but it's fine. Should have just knocked out one of these then, right? It's fine. It's not the end of the world. I don't know how many. Is it 2 energy for that attack to go through? I should have checked that. It is 2. Man, it's actually not a horrible attack. He has another energy here, then he's fine. Oh, I guess he does have the one, and then the Gargonacle's gonna be fine, so. Shoot, I need to go back and see if we had an Artazon. We should have played the Artazon. If it was in our last hand, we should have played that to get rid of the Grand Tree so he can't evolve. Because if he gets his thing here, his Mammal Swine from here, it's still... Okay, so we got it there. He's gonna evolve here or there. Okay, Rare Candy's there. Okay, that's fine. It still is enough to take me out, though. I don't think that's 3. That's additional. It's 300 exactly, I believe. Okay, spawn the Knackle, that's fine. The nice thing about this play is he's going to hit for 300. We could Arven, go for a counter catcher, swap in the Pidgeotto, hit it, drop the damage elsewhere, and then evolve this. The damage, grab another turn, he's going to hit into it, we're going to get the energy on, then hit. He's always going to be ahead with the prizes, so we're going to be able to manipulate with the counter catchers here. I'm pretty sure we still have all 3 in our deck. I don't think any of them are prized, if I remember correctly. Alpad, okay. Okay. Getting rid of that damage, that's fine. Yeah, 300 like I said. That's fine. Okay, there's the Artazon. So we are going to play this. Get rid of the Grand Tree. Now, we just need to take the knockout on this, I think. So we get down to 3 prizes. Counter catcher. And we could just go for the Devolution TM for next turn, maybe. I think we need to drop it on the Pidgeotto, or the Pidgeot, I mean. We just guarantee the takeout that way. Okay, we see their counter catcher here, so that's actually good. So I was wrong, one of them was prized. But we still have an additional one. He is going to come in with this one, he's going to knock it out. We're going to pull in, push out. We won't be able to knock out the Pidgeot though, which is annoying, but it should be fine actually. Takes us out. We're still going to be able to get 2 hits off with this, so you can honestly sit fine with the Dragapult unless he has like a boss's order to bring in the Fezandipiti. Which we did see one, right? We saw one boss's order, right? No, we didn't. Okay. They might not run it. And we didn't see it from any of the other stuff, I don't think. Okay. Another one. That's fine. Still exactly 300 damage, so it's okay. Okay, that's fine. So the way I'm thinking this works, how many energies? He has no energy in his deck or in his discard, so he's not going to be able to heal more. So I think the play for next turn is we're going to go for the counter catcher. Pull this one in. Hit the Pidgeot. Drop the 60 on the Knackle. I think. Or, I mean, wait, how does this work? It puts into his hand, which is interesting. It's still going to be able to play it, though. Oh, it's only A energy? A basic one. Oh, that kind of sucks. Okay. We don't see a psychic energy. This is an issue. I don't know why I thought I read the XP share doing both. I'm going to put this here, I think, just the off chance that we don't see the energy that we're looking for. Okay, we've seen Arven here. Arven should be able to find us what we're looking for in the Night Stretcher. I am going to hit. Okay, we see Poffin. Now, do we have one more counter catcher here? We're going to be even for it, so we can't actually counter catcher. Puts us in. Hit 2 hits. I think we lose this game, unfortunately. We don't have Boss's Order in the deck, so we can't guarantee a pull. So we're fully relying on the counter catchers here. So this is a unfortunate game. There's probably some misplays in there. I'm not sure where. I think the fact that we kept on hitting with Budew and we got locked in those couple turns, the fact that this didn't die sooner, we couldn't, start hitting right away. If we had the damage counters on Seth sooner, it would have been a little bit easier, I think. But he had the boss's order, yeah, so he had for the Fez. So he does run the boss's order. That's unfortunate. Not a bad game though. It was close. I probably could have played a little bit better though, but not a horrible matchup.